This is not a coffee break. This is an ice cream break.
I like mommy music.
I like mommy's music too. Kay's playing piano, you could probably hear it. Wind's blowing. Because I'm making a video and I needed a better chair. This is it, guys. This is when I quit. Kate calls me Mr. 90% when we're working on a project together.
Dad, don't do it! It's good to have ice cream when it's hot.
It is good. Is it
Oh, but I want to touch it.
You can say it too.
It's so good to eat ice cream on a hot day.
It is.
I haven't been sleeping very well the last 2 weeks because I knew I was going to be starting this camel train. I want you to come with us.
I started this camel train on February 28th, and I just Googled that. That was 90 days ago.
I better get 2 feet in my
Oh man, like literally 90 days ago. Guess what day it is of the camel train?
Is it day 90?
It is day 90. It's officially the 90th day. Isn't that funny? What do you call me in Big Friday?
90% Austin.
Mr. 90%. Why?
Because you only finish 90% of a project.
When me and Kay are involved in some big project or some big thing, she calls me Mr. 90% because I will give 110% of my energy and effort and time through 90% of the job. And man, that last 10% is the hardest part for me to do. Let me know in the comments below if you're like me. I know half of you are like me probably, and the other half are probably like, no, I gotta finish. I cannot leave a job not finished. I can leave anything unfinished. That is a superpower I have. I can get something 90% done and then just walk it away, just walk away with it, you know, begging, finish me, finish me. And here I am today. I didn't even realize it was day 90. That is so funny. I had no clue today is day 90 of the camel train. And I just cannot. I said to Kate, I got no more videos. I can't make a video today. I got no more videos. What? So, here's my video for today. It's about this. It's about like getting to the point where you cannot do it anymore. And you just like, I'm done. I have to stop. I have to move on to something else. And like that's coming for a lot of people. Here's why. Here's what I'm thinking. That's homemade ice cream, by the way. It's really good.
How
was your ice cream? Here's what's coming for a lot of people right now. Okay, this is the reality of a whole lot of people. No thanks to us here at Homesteady and our camel train. A whole lot of people have just started into the world of homesteading this spring. You know, COVID happened and people were worried about going out to the store and getting the food that they needed. And then at the same time, like the YouTube homestead world and podcast homestead world got really active in like encouraging everybody, you can do this, you can grow your own food. It's really important to do more now than ever. And a whole mess of people started homesteading this spring. And a lot of you probably did what I did, which was totally disobey the homesteading rules of how to grow a homestead and not overwhelm yourself. You know, only getting one new livestock and maybe one new infrastructure project per year, right? One new infrastructure project, one new livestock. Do that for a year, learn about it, make the mistakes. Next year, wash, rinse, repeat. We dove in head first this year. We did a ton of stuff. More animals, more variety in animals than we've ever done in our entire homesteading career. So a lot of people probably dove in big. I really hope we encourage you to get started homesteading or grow your homestead. It's something that everybody should be doing and continually growing. And I totally stand by that. But here's what's coming. Summer heat, bugs, sickness of your livestock, death of your livestock, blights, 90-degree days, weeds. Did I say bugs yet? Bugs, failures. It's about to get hard.
This is my pick.
Summer's here and all of the things you've started are now well on their way, and this is where the problems crop up. Animals can get sick, animals can drop dead, your garden gets full of weeds, there's bugs. And if you did what we did and you did a ton of stuff this year, more than you ever have, you're gonna hit this 90% wall where you're like, oh man, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I can't do any of this stuff. Some of you, not all of you. I mean, a lot of you are gonna be like, I got this, and just do real good. But that's where I am. And if you're there, if you're feeling there, or if you're there in a month or two, I just want you to know you're not alone. The Homesteady Coffee Talk, or Ice Cream Talk, it started because I knew going into a 100-day journey of making videos. A white ladybug? Speaking of bugs. I knew going into a 100-day video production. I've done this before. I've never done it 100 days in a row. First time I attempted 100 days, around day 30 I skipped a day.
Daddy, that's a ladybug.
Oh cool, what do you got? Look at that. Oh, off she goes.
A white ladybug.
Oh, that's cool. The first time I did a 100-day challenge, around day 30 I skipped a day, around day 50 I skipped a day. I skipped a couple days. And then the second time I did it, I did 100 days, but I didn't do the weekends. I just did 5 days a week videos for 100 days. I've never successfully made 100 daily videos in a row. And right now I am on, well, the camel train I'm on day 90. But I was making daily videos leading into the launch of the camel train. So I'm actually on day 90, like 3. But it is hard. It is hard to do. And that's why I made the Homesteady Coffee Talk. I made the Coffee Talk because I knew, you know what, one day a week I need to be able to just sit down and just talk with the audience, just talk with you, and just, you know, whatever's on my mind, just be able to talk about, if it's positive, if it's negative, if it's a little bit of both. I think most of these Coffee Talks have been a little bit of both because pretty much after we launched Camel Train, COVID popped up and it was like, oh boy, this is bad, but it's also good because, you know what, this is scary, but it'll motivate a lot of us to do more than we've ever done before. And here I am on day 90, actually not skipped one video, not missed one day of the camel train. And thanks to COVID, so thanks COVID for that. When stuff gets hard on your homestead, take a coffee break, man. If you hit this wall like I'm hitting, if you're at the point where you're like, oh man, I cannot weed the garden another day, or oh, I'm so sick of, you know, doing this or that or whatever, take a coffee break. My dad taught me the value of coffee breaks at work. We always took a coffee break every day. There'd be the rare day we'd be in the middle of something, we couldn't do it, but it was very rare. So take a coffee break, take a little quiet time for yourself where you do what you need. Have yourself a coffee, an ice cream.
Daddy,
Yeah, buddy?
are you pink ladybugs and blue ladybugs?
Are there pink ladybugs and blue ladybugs? I'm actually not sure about that.
I
have to Google it.
One time.
Take a little time for yourself to decompress, to enjoy a nice cup of coffee or an ice cream, or, you know, just taking 10 minutes out of a busy, hectic day. One of the things I learned along the way of this camel train, we had the show we did, Don't Be Scared, Be Prepared, and we had Jackie from the Mindful Homestead talk to us about not being anxious. She talked about being mindful. And I've actually picked up that tip and I've used it throughout this camel train. She talked about just like silencing the anxieties in your mind and just like listening to the sounds around you, just being present, right? So just right now, let's do that. Let's listen. What sounds can we hear on the homestead right now, sitting right here?
That's one coming the air. That's you know the centipede.
Caterpillar?
Centipede.
Yeah, I'll come see the caterpillar.
Right up here.
Oh, it's a little caterpillar, yeah. Look at that.
Don't break it off. Oh, that's what I meant.
That's cool. And a cherry tree. That's true. Some caterpillars make you itchy, so don't touch the white ones. They'll make you itchy. All right, so where am I going with this? This is the last Homesteady camel train.
It's a 2.
Nope.
Daddy, I know what.
This is our last Homesteady coffee talk. The camel train will be over by next weekend. Usually I do them on Saturday. I just needed to take a coffee break today. It's over. This was a huge undertaking, a huge amount of work, and now I'm starting to have all the lasts. We'll have, this weekend we'll have the last Ask Homesteady of the camel train. And then we'll have the last few shout outs, and then it's done. And one of the hardest things I've ever done work-wise in my life will be completed. And I feel really good about that. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I didn't give up. I'm glad I didn't stop. And I'm really glad you've been along for this journey, because it's been a lot of ups, a couple downs. Hopefully you've been inspired, and if you hit that wall, if you dove into a little bit more than you normally do, or you're homesteading for the first time, I want you to know it's okay when you feel overwhelmed. That happens. You're gonna hit it one hot day this June or July. You're gonna be like, that's it, I'm done. Take a coffee break, take an ice cream break, come back at it. Don't be Mr. 90%. I'm gonna finish this one, you're gonna finish your stuff. Just take yourself a little coffee break. Let me know in the comments below. I know a lot of you have enjoyed these coffee breaks. I'm sure not everybody has. They're actually one of our most underperforming videos, which is okay, it's not why I do it. I do it because I learned a long time ago, you need to take a coffee break if you're gonna be sane when you're working hard. And I know some of you have really enjoyed it. So while this is the last one, after the camel train's over, we are not doing daily videos anymore. I'll talk about in an upcoming video what we're gonna do as far as videos and production goes. If you really liked the coffee talk, the format of just sitting down and just having kind of a little, you know, heart to heart, I might still do it once in a while, because Lord knows you can always use more coffee breaks. So let me know in the comments below if a lot of people say, hey, I love these and I really would like to still have them.
Dad, I found a fat peanut.
A peanut? That's a rock, that's not a peanut. If they've been very well enjoyed by a good portion of the audience, then maybe once in a while we'll do a coffee break, just for old time's sake. Video number 90 of the camel train complete. 91 will be that much easier. And here we go, right to 100. What kind of ice cream did you have?
Banana.
Banana? Okay, now how funny would it have been if I had just made that whole video and forgot to do my camel train shout out and then had to make another video? Oh, irony. So today's video isn't over. It's time to do the camel train shout out, and today's shout out goes to Noah. Noah is down at the Adobe Owl Ranch in Arizona. That sounds like a cool place. He's got chickens, he's got pigs, he's looking for a steer in the future, maybe some goats, and a milk cow. He says pigs are really his favorite, which is funny because he grew up on a cow farm. I could see why. I've had enough time around the cows to really want to be around pigs again. He's thinking about taking the steps towards starting a homestead business, but he's taking it slow. Right now he's just enjoying watching the kids play with the livestock. He does post some stuff on Facebook, so we'll have a link below so you guys can follow everything going on at the Owl Adobe Ranch. No, reverse that. Adobe Owl Ranch. There we go. Noah was in the Marine Corps for years, and watching the YouTube videos reminded him of how much he loved actually just spending time outside and the animals, and getting back to that, encouraged him to get back to that. Recently, Noah butchered his first hog with the help of a coworker. That's a coworker to keep around, man. And of course, family helped too. He had his dad there and his uncle. That's a good crew. I've actually never done a full-size hog, Noah, so if your coworker, dad, and uncle are available, send them my way. Noah's got Cornish cross chickens coming soon. We got them here, Noah, so watch and see what we're doing and follow along, and keep us updated on yours. I know you'll have fun butchering all those. Those are always a good time. But thank you so much for being number 90 on the camel train, which is a huge milestone for me. And I am so... Dog just knocked over the camera. I just want to say to all my camel train members out there, this was a ton of work, but I am so incredibly grateful to all of you who joined the camel train. You made this possible for us to be able to have these camels, which is feeding my wife and my baby. And we're gonna have an update next week on what camel milk has done for our family in the last 3 months that you've been following along on the camel train. So while it's been hard work and I'm feeling tired today, I'm incredibly grateful for this experience, for all of you who supported this camel train, and all of you who watched. If you aren't on the train but you've been watching every day, that's a huge support too. And I just want to thank all of you for being a part of it, and the ups and the few downs, the mostly ups, the tired days, a couple sick days. On a daily video, you pretty much see it all, and we try to really be honest about what to expect with homestead life. And that's why once in a while you get a video where I'm like, whew, I quit. But we're not quitting, right? You 90%ers out there, this year is our year to do 110%, right? 100%. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, thanks for joining the camel train, Noah. Thank all of you for the support through this journey, and we will see you into next week as we finish up this amazing ride that has been the Homesteady camel train. Whew, man, saying that, like, wow, just like felt something lift off my shoulders. Like, we're almost there. We almost did it. This has been big, man. Big. All right, now this video's done.